Hello guys, and welcome back to this video. Today we are going to talk about things you probably don't know about North Korea. So we have collected 10 facts that you must know about North Korea, and here we are to deliver this to you. So let's delve into this. First and foremost, in North Korea, it is absolutely prohibited to pass the borders, especially if you do have weapons, substances, publications of any type and any sort, and mobiles. Foreigners cannot access to the 3G on their phone since a few years back. Indeed, point number 2 is that North Korea has its own internet, and it's known with the term Kwangyong, and it's like an isolated network. So basically you can access to your emails, access to news, but of course all you get is controlled by the government of the dynasty of the Kims, specifically right now Kim Jong-un. Point number 3. There are in North Korea concentration camps. One that we know for sure, it's called Camp 16, and it's known with the term of Hwasong. And in 2009, it contained more than 20,000 political prisoners. Now, 20,000 political prisoners on an average population that is about 25 million people. So that is quite something. Point number 4, its army. It has a huge army considering that the population is so small. So for 25 million people or something like that, you have a population in the army that is of 1 million, 0.2. And 8 million are considered the ones susceptible to a call to the army if needed. There are 49 soldiers in 1,000 people. And they do practice constantly on a hypothetical invasion from South Korea. Point number 5. There's always a black sheep in any family. So this black sheep of the Kim's dynasty is Kim Yong-nam. He was arrested in Japan in 2001 for evading basically the country, having a passport, and wanting to go to Disneyland. Of course, North Koreans do not have access, as we said, they don't have access to media or information that comes from outside. Sometimes, though, DVDs were able to sneak into the country from South Korea so that the South Koreans could show a bit how the world looks like outside of North Korea, but no person can leave the country, right? So there's an absolute impediment, an absolute a law that says an absolute prohibition that prevents people from leaving the country. So they wouldn't know how the world looks like outside, and they can aspire for a better life in North Korea. So controlling the information is extremely important. It is for every democracy, let alone for every other regime. Point number 7. The average salary per month in China, that is between 190 euros to 250 euros. In Korea, that is about 1.5 to 2.5 euros. So it's really a poor salary. Now, point number 8. Nobody legally can have a car. The only ones that could own a car are military officials and officials belonging to the government. So they themselves created illegal taxi systems so that people could move around. Of course, military members and members of the government control the system. So they make much more profit just because of the positions they held, and they exploit that position against the population. Point number 9. Kim Jong-un is said to be scared of flying. He has 32 estates, 20 stations, but he has like 6 trains, and he moves around on the train and by train all over the country. Point number 10. This is the most incredible piece of news that I've ever found. So, like in some European countries, in very few actually European countries, marijuana is permitted. One, for instance, would be the Netherlands. But marijuana is permitted in North Korea. There's no restriction, no law that says that you can't smoke marijuana there. But what is interesting is that one guy ended up in prison for smoking marijuana because the rolling paper was not normal rolling paper, but a piece of newspaper, and he used the picture, the photo of Kim Jong-un, and ended up in prison. This is a country where you can end up in prison if you do watch a soap opera that is forbidden, that is illegal. So, guys, that is it for today, because we had 10 facts, 10 weird but important facts to discuss today about North Korea. So I'd like to know your thoughts, and if you knew what we discussed, so don't forget, as usual, to comment below. Let us know your thoughts and your opinion. If you have enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, comment below, of course hit the notification bell, and we'll talk some more next time. Bye!